episode of Underrated Movies. This is episode 8. I'm going to review another Canadian horror movie. It's a slasher film that's very dear to my heart. Cross your heart and hope to die. Stick a needle in your eye. Take a kiss and say your last goodbye. It's bloody good. My Bloody Valentine. Came out in 1981. It was actually recently remade. More people know about the remake than the original movie, which is fucking shameful. But this movie got shit on by fans and film critics too, and it's gaining more momentum in time. I consider it a cult classic. It has this glorious packaging too. It's red, special packaging I put it in, and cross your heart and hope to die. That's the tagline for the movie. And the plot, this is made by Canadian filmmakers as well. So this kind of befell the fate of I want to say it befell the fate of Curtains. It was just one of those underrated movies that did not get notoriety or noticed until it got a good DVD release. And that was right around, let me look when the release was, 2009, which wasn't too long ago. And they released the director's cut of the film, which people wanted a director's cut, which I think is great that they did. And once this got more exposure, it got good reviews. This is a review from monstersatplay.com by Lawrence Raffel. Lawrence says it's creepy and stylish. I agree. It says 20 years after Valentine's Day tragedy, a small town prepares for its holiday dance. When a box of candy arrives containing an eerie warning and blood-soaked heart, the townsfolk realize that this Valentine's Day romance is as good as dead, and so are they. So you know, I can't really tell you the casting because it really doesn't say much on the back here, and I don't remember the names of any of the actors in it because they're all Canadian actors. But this is one of those that I would say it came in 1981. I would say that this was probably an influence on Curtains. I would go as far to say that Halloween and Friday the 13th and My Bloody Valentine were all an influence with Curtains, because it's very similar to Curtains. It's kind of one of those like whodunit, who is the killer type of thing, where you have to figure. I would say it influenced Scream. I always like that you don't know who the masked killer is, and then you find out at the end of the movie. That's always great because it leaves you in bloody suspense, and you're like, what the fuck is going on here? Who's the killer? Who's doing this? And why? What's their motivation to kill? What's their modus operandi, so to speak? So I don't really know what the negative reviews are on this. I really don't. If I did, I would go into that, but I don't, so I don't have any information on that. But I tried to research all of these as much as I could of the underrated movies. And if you haven't seen the original My Bloody Valentine, you really should. You should if you're a horror film fan. And I'm a big, huge horror film fan, so there's a few that I had in my collection that's like, well, that's underrated. I need to review that.